The Red Death had long devastated the country. No pestilence has ever been so fatal or so hideous. Blood was its avatar and its seal, the redness and the horror of blood. There were sharp pains and sudden dizziness, and then profuse bleeding at the pores with dissolution. And the whole seizure, progress, and termination of disease were incidents of half an hour. But the Prince Prospero was happy, dauntless, and sagacious. When his dominions were half depopulated, he summoned to his presence 1,000 hale and light-hearted friends from among the knights and dames of his court, and retired to one of his castles with his new company.
The prince believed the external world would take care of itself. He provided all the appliance of pleasure, which consisted of ballet dancers, musicians, and wine. All these in security were within. Without was the Red Death.
Six months into seclusion, the prince decided to hold a masquerade ball that was held in 7 different suites. The first room was blue. The second chamber was purple. The third was green. Fourth was orange. Fifth was white. Sixth was violet. And the final room was all black except for the blood-red window panes. There were only a few select guests that were able to set foot in the black room. Others were not as bold. Within the black room stood a gigantic clock made of ebony whose pendulum swung with a dull, monotonous clang. At each hour, the clock's loud chimes distracted everyone in the castle so that they stopped what they were doing. When the chimes fade away, everyone reverts back to the party. As the large clock rang 12 times, a new guest joined the masquerade, dressed in a funeral shroud and seemed to be a victim of the Red Death.
Who dares? Who dares insult us with this blasphemous mockery? Seize him and unmask him, that we may know whom we have to hang at sunrise from the battlements.
No one attempts to capture the hooded figure as he moves through the different colored rooms. Soon the prince starts to chase the figure into the black room while carrying a dagger in his hand. Prospero follows the figure into the black room and immediately dies. As others enter the party room, they find that no one is beneath the costume of the hooded figure. And now was acknowledged the presence of the Red Death. He had come like a thief into the night, and darkness and decay and the Red Death held illimitable dominion over all.